What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a look at some more wonderful alternate arts from OP-09. The set is coming out very shortly indeed, and I showed you a bunch of alternate arts the other day. I showed you really nice photographs that have been shared by Bandai, showing you all the foiling and texturing and all on the cards. Well, now we've got a bunch more. I think these might be all of them at this stage. Hopefully between that last video and this one, that is all of them. But there are a bunch we need to show off. So we're going to come here and show them off. And it's going to be fun. And I'm going to start off with the crocodile. I have been telling you guys for a while now that Akira Igawa is doing the best art in the One Piece TCG. And I mean that sincerely. I've got no reason to lie. That would be weird. And I'm delighted to say that last week I was actually lucky enough to meet Akira Igawa at the Pokemon World Championships. Obviously for Pokemon, I did tell her I loved her One Piece art, but I told her very quietly, for obvious reasons, and that was awesome. And now she's back doing a crocodile alternate art from OP-09, which is absolutely stunning and is absolutely one of my chase cards for this set. This is one of the cards I want. I need to try a bit harder with my Akira Igawa collection because I'm missing too many cards. And she tends to do lots of alternate arts, which aren't cheap. But, oh, I love this crocodile artwork. It is absolutely stunning. What does it actually do? Well, we got a 7 cost, 7,000 power, counter plus 1,000, and on play, you get to play a 5 cost or lower Baroque Works or cross-skilled card from your hand, or character from your hand. Which is kind of awesome, honestly. This is a very good card. And of course, remember that you can essentially play it as a 5 cost using Leader Buggy's skill. So, Leader Buggy lets you play this cheap, and then lets you play another card for free. That seems like a very, very, very good deal. I really like this card. I am cautiously optimistic about Buggy in this set. And I think this is going to help greatly as well. Fun fact, there is actually a Green Odyssey Crocodile in this set as well, which is nice. It's not what the alternate art is, but I thought I'd show you anyway. Hey, speaking of cross-skilled, we've also got ourselves a 10 cost, 12,000 power Buggy. And I know this isn't Akira Igawa artwork, but I still think that Kisuke here has knocked it out the park with this Buggy artwork. I think this artwork is absolutely stunning. Love this Buggy, huge fan. And this is very much a Buggy set. Buggy is one of the 4 Emperors. This makes me happy. And what we've got is, on play, you get to put one of your opponent's character to the bottom of their deck. Which is great, but there is a fairly massive downside, and that is, if you do not have 5 characters of a cost of 5 or more, then this character goes to the bottom of your deck. You can use it as a very expensive way to bump any character, but far better is you build up your board of 5 cost characters, and then this Buggy comes in as a 10 cost, 12,000 power, and then gets to bump anything off the board and is awesome. Big fan of this Buggy. Plus, remember, you've got Leader Buggy, which lets you play characters, well, basically any cross-skilled as a 5 cost, which is kind of awesome. And then you've got, like, the Crocodile, which I just showed you, that lets you play an extra character. So, in theory here, you are able to play your 5 cost characters and above onto the board a lot more easily than you would otherwise be able to. And I'm hoping that makes Buggy work. I can't promise that Buggy is going to be a broken card and that it is going to be amazing. Maybe it won't be any good. But I am really, really hoping that Buggy will be amazing. It will make me very happy. While we're talking cross-skilled, there's one more we can mention here. It is Dracula Mihawk, 6 cost, 7,000 power. And you've got Blocker, and on play, draw 2. Trash one. But again, you got a 7k blocker, which is a 6 cost. But Leader Buggy can play this as a 5 cost And you get to draw 2 trash 1 while getting a 7k blocker on the board. And 7k blocker is big. That is a big body to have on the board as a blocker. And you add all of that up together, and this is kind of awesome. I am a fan of this. And again, I don't know whether cross guild is going to work. I don't know whether it's going to end up being a little bit too awkward. I could be wrong about this. But I do know there is at the very least, a lot of potential here, and that makes me pretty gosh darn happy. Now, one card that got revealed on its own, and maybe it's because there aren't any other alternate arts that fit with it, or maybe it's just that gosh darn good, is Blackbeard. I don't know how good Blackbeard is going to be. No one knows until it actually releases. But the potential for Blackbeard here is awesome. Firstly, you've got the leader, which says that on-play skills don't work for you, but also you can pretty easily turn them off for your opponent. And a whole game without on-play skills honestly kind of sounds like fun. And it's just an activate main, discard a card from your hand to turn off on-play skills for your opponent. It's not that much. But then we've got this character, which is 10 cost, 12,000 power with blocker, and activate main once per turn if your leader is Blackbeard Pirates, and you played the card this turn, then you get to turn off your opponent's leader skills for the turn, and then turn off one of your opponent's character skills for the turn, and they cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. So you essentially turn off their leader skill and one of their characters for an entire turn. And I'm just telling you that you combine that with the leader, and all of a sudden your opponent has no on-play skills, one of their characters is turned off, and they have no leader skill. I cannot be the only one that thinks there's potential here. Plus, the Tatsuya artwork here is kind of awesome. I'm quite a fan. But there are some other cards that are going to be revealed as well, including Uta. Now, I've never actually watched One Piece Red, and I'm a little bit embarrassed about this. So I went and bought it on Blu-ray, and I'm going to watch it tonight, and I assume it's going to be awesome. My main One Piece fandom comes from the manga, but I'm getting more into the anime. It's very nice. Just takes an awful lot of time, which is why I'm starting on the films. But I have read the manga. I'm up to date. It's amazing. Love the manga. Point is, there is an Uta. Everybody loves Uta. Obviously, there was going to be an alternate art. Uta gets a lot of love in the One Piece TCG. Character I'm less familiar with because of, reading the manga mostly. But Uta is clearly very popular, and the designers of the One Piece TCG are leaning into it pretty hard. Now, what we got here is 1 cost, 2,000 power, counter plus 1,000. And on play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Find a Redhead Pirates and add it to your hand. And then put the rest of the cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. You know where we're going with this by now. It is, as I like to phrase it, your generic searcher, this time for Redhead Pirates. It is interesting to note that it doesn't say Redhead Pirates other than Uta. But that's probably because Uta isn't a red hair pirate. Like, this character doesn't have the red hair pirate trait. It's got the film trait. And I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure. And we've had like a bazillion Uta cards since Uta actually came around initially in the card game. And I don't believe we've ever had a Redhead Pirates Uta. So that kind of tells you what you need to know here. No, it doesn't say Redhead Pirate other than Uta, but guess what? Uta's not a Redhead Pirate. And I've checked on the official card finder on the official website. I've looked at all the Redhead Pirate cards we've had so far. None of them are Uta. So, look, if you're playing a Shanks deck in this new set, and you want to be playing a Redhead Pirates deck, yeah, this is great. Like, this is brilliant. Like, obviously you're going to play this, because it searches out your Redhead Pirates. If you're not playing Redhead Pirates, this card is completely and utterly pointless. But if you are, yeah, this is cool. Go for it. Have some fun. Enjoy yourself, etc. But that's not the only red card that's gone and been revealed. They've shown us Shanks, although admittedly, even the alternate art Shanks we have actually seen previously. Weirdly, this is one of the ones where they revealed the alternate art, but we didn't get to see the regular art of this Shanks until the full set list was revealed at the end of last week, and I showed it to you, and it was a bit weird, frankly. So we've seen this one before, but again, these images I'm showing you here, you can see the texturing and the foiling, and oh, they're beautiful. We got 10 cost, 12,000 power, and we've got Rush, and all of your opponent's characters get minus 1,000 power, which I still contend is a phenomenal skill, because it basically means your opponent needs an extra counter plus 1,000 for every single attack. Well, from characters at least, not from leaders. For the game, for as long as this is out there. And that just seems really good. I cannot be the only one that thinks this is awesome. This is awesome. There we go. Seriously, I think this is great. But there's someone else we need to talk about here. One last card. It is Ben Beckman. 7 cost, 7,000 power, counter plus 1,000. Another Tetsuya card for what it's worth. And on play, take one of your opponent's 6,000 power or lower characters and trash it. And the wording here is very important. If you trash a character, they don't get to activate any KO skills. They just go to the trash. So any KO skills don't activate here, which makes this a much better card. It's alright. It's pretty cool. It's a fun little card. So there we go. For me here, it's the Akira Igawa Crocodile. That's the one I'm totally after. But I want to hear from you guys. Which of these cards do you think are going to be playable? Which of these cards do you think are going to be most sought after? What are your chase cards for the set? Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.